Reinatis into Fair, who shows well. You see good movement and good rotation. Of the sides we've seen at Baller League, this is definitely the side with the most evolved style of play and just play really good football. Exactly what they're doing. A little first-time touch there into Moby Fair. Fair was the #1 pick actually in the Baller League USA draft. Having previously played with the Portland Timbers, also in the USL Championship with Monterey Bay. Out on the West Coast. 20 seconds, Midnight Wizards more than fine just keeping the possession until we get to that game changer. Reinatis nodded down for Starikov. Zamora. I think Zamora is going to be more than fine just running this out. Maybe inviting the pressure. And it is game changer time. Let's see it.
Let's take this thing higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everett. We go higher. It's time to go higher.
Okay then, so +1 it is. So again, this is a completely different set of rules that we'll see for the final 3 minutes. Essentially, we start at 1 against 1 with a goalkeeper. Once the goalkeeper puts the ball into play, they cannot be played back to. So it becomes a one-on-one situation. If he does, it's a penalty. After each goal that we see in 1+1, the game will see another player. So we'll start at one-on-one in terms of outfielders. If a goal gets scored, then it's 2v2, then 3v3, and so on. So that's what we'll see for this +1 game changer period. And the outfield players that'll step onto the pitch for either side, Manuel Juarez will come on for the win, and Malik Menana will go 1 against 1 here. So once Menana puts the ball into play, now cannot play back with his goalkeeper Reinatis. He's got to run at Juarez and find a way towards goal, and then presumably the game will open up from there. One-on-one chance. Menana, bottom corner. Midnight Wizards make it 2-0. Such a key skill to be able to take a player on one-on-one, find a window to shoot and execute. Menana does it to perfection there. So now it's 2v2, and for the win, we'll have to find something. And it's Juarez played it by Martinez. Juarez's response! What a start to +1. 21 seconds in, we've already got 2 goals. And for the winner, back in the game. Lovely finish there from Manuel Juarez. He's a league champion in Venezuela, played Copa Libertadores as well. So talking about players with serious pedigree here. So now it's 3v3 with the 2 players having been added. Martinez reading that pass well. Odd man advantage potentially, but instead he lost out in midfield. On plays Guido will give to Starikov off the post. And Palacios has it come off in last, and so it will be a corner to Midnight Wizards, which is the 3rd of the first half. It's now penalty kick time. It looks like it will be Eugene Starikov who wants it. Coming up later, we'll have our Celsius energy point for 1 point in the standings. And it's actually Rafa Charella who will go later, but it's Starikov now. Palacios is still on the pitch, 1 against 1. Starikov, he puts it wide. He's had a couple of chances in a few seconds here to give Midnight Wizards a 2-goal advantage once more, but unable to convert. The player, as I mentioned earlier, has 6 goals in Baller League already. Poor pass there from Martinez towards Palacios. Former teammates with Miami FC. Haven't even had a minute yet of the +1 game changer. Pass back into play. The goalkeeper cannot touch it. So Palacios goes charging just a bit too aggressively there. Palacios with strong words towards the official there. There he goes bumping in once again on Guido, sliding challenge, well won. Palacios gives to Arango, or there's that strike that's just wide there. It was Juarez, I apologize, who had that chance to get his second goal of +1 time. Could have been the equalizer in the game. But Palacios, you can see there, putting in the full effort. Looking like he was playing once again at the very highest level. Here's Fair now in +1. About 75 seconds left. Nice little stutter step there to draw the defender. Lovely first touch, fantastic skill. Zamora for 3-1, denied. Still Zamora recovers, it's cleared out, and it's a goal kick. Huge chance there for Benjamin Zamora to make it 3-1. The goalkeeper responding. Martinez. This little first time touch there. Martinez goes on his way. Has Rango behind him if he can see him. He tries the shot.
Good.
Controlled now by Fair.
Yellow ball, yellow ball. No yellow card there last time.
These Midnight Wizards will have it back. Midnight Wizards again will just have that possession play. Final 15 seconds, don't want to lose it. Gomez playing in the middle area here, and you can see a real understanding of the rules. You don't want to give the ball away, but they just have done. Good covering there from Fair, as Luis Morguillo was with the opportunity to charge in. And it is well managed there by Midnight Wizards at the end of +1. Could have easily been the equalizer for Manuel Juarez, but he puts his effort wide. And so it's Midnight Wizards 2 for the win, 1 at halftime. For the win, we'll have to find some kind of response.
Keep controlling
Arcangel,
it. They will
let's
do
hear
the slice. They will kick
in
your
the
leg. Relax.
Midnight
Go.
Wizards huddle.
Stay calm. The game is ours. The game is ours.
Hey, we always score the second half bad, so hey.
Let's go. Hey.
Arcangel allowing the coaching staff and the team to have a word amongst themselves. Let's listen in.
Tienes que ubicarlo rápido. Por eso estoy diciendo, si te mete atrás en transición, para jugar por allá, cortar para la izquierda y pegar. ¿Me explico? Una rapidito. Lo que vamos a hacer cuando el tipo desde adelante venga en carrera, automáticamente cambiamos. Mira, porque la mierda me mata, le está matando. Yo hice que después otra cosa, no me pierdas la pelota para el medio, weón, no tires pase para el medio. Si va a tirar pase para el medio, que sea por arriba, que esté muy fuerte, pero no ponga la mano. ¿Está bien? ¿Listo?
Talking about the idea of playing direct and over the top rather than through the middle. It's the worst spot on the pitch to lose the ball, and it's in that sort of area. There you see right there that Ivan Arenas lost out. Quick turnover. It's Rafa Charella with the opening goal of the game for Midnight Wizards. So that really is the conversation point. And then Palacios, here's that earlier save. Deflection, save, crossbar. What an incredible sequence that was. And the Colombian so unlucky to have not gotten the goal there. And you can see the response there from Arcangel, who can't believe it. So we'll have the second half to kick off then here from the Baller League Arena.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's for the win, who will take the ball out, and it's lifted out. Actually just caught the ball. It's lifted over the camera here, pit side and right towards us. For the record, I caught it like an NFL punt returner. Well handled there by Gomez now from Midnight Wizards. Renatus. It's lifted first time out wide there by Rafa, just always going out of play. Palacios.
Reorganize!
Arango. takes the first touch back towards the goalkeeper and then just calmly gets it back. Lifted forward. That very much what they were talking about at halftime, and the chance was there for Morquillo. He just slid to ground and couldn't quite catch it. Now on the pitch is Nico Gomez, the Colombian. Renatis and Sterikov. Played in the United States after a long time in Russia with New York Cosmos and Indy 11. Both now in the USL set up in the US. It's a soft touch back and it's well recovered here. Ball is lifted towards Yaminson Rivera, but he just couldn't quite get to it. It was Arango who provided that effort in the press. Just hit a blind ball essentially. Now get a chance to play. Arango has to watch it go out. Just a bit too much there from Yaminson Rivera, the Colombian. At one point, Rivera was bought for multiple $1 million from León in Mexico in the mid-2010s. Player with significant pedigree, once scored 8 goals in a Colombian league season. Sterikov doesn't really have much to pass into. The Midnight Wizards side very tightly closed down. See more of a man-to-man defensive setup here. Just leave Renatis available. And a player down. There's a suggestion that he was in the face of Sterikov. Takes a strike on, denied again by De La Terga, who just heads away to safety. There's an incident here with Guido Cachabue. And that's gone down. The coach, Pedro Pinheiro of Midnight Wizards, has the challenge flag in his hand. And he has thrown it onto the pitch. So we'll see the challenge. A contact there with Palacios. There doesn't appear to be much in it. And so now the referee will come over and have a look. Daniel Va and Randy Cook are our officials for this one, and it will be Daniel Va who will come over to the video screen to have a look here. So try and see if we can get a clean look at the incident. That's going to be a tough one to see off the ball. Is there an arm thrown?
Back it up, right.
It's right there on the halfway line.
His left arm don't move.
It's really tough to see from that angle. The referee is kind of going back and forth here, and we'll have the announcement. So the referee will come over and have a word here with the coach.
Pero no fue un pedazo, lo agarró con el brazo. Cuando fue a pasar así, lo agarró así con el brazo. Sí, I got it, 100%.
The referee says no further discipline required. So will be a free kick for Midnight Wizards, which in some ways was the appeal. Renatis tries, but now the goal's gaping. Martinez will try and chip it towards goal and forces the defender on the line to chest it down. Well handled there by Nico Gomez. Given away, Martinez has the overlap available. Plays into Arango instead. Arango trying to scuff it towards that bottom right corner, but unable to really get anything on it. Communication there between the For the Win players. Settled here in the corner. Sterikov and the diving header required there. Just go away for a corner. There's some remonstrating between the players as it was Squades who heads away. So another corner flag up on the board in the favor of Midnight Wizards. They had a penalty in the first half, which was unable to be converted by Eugene Sterikov. Midnight Wizards in the lead, hoping to maintain their perfect record, go above Super Niños in the table, who are only above them on the basis of having acquired 1 Celsius energy point. For those who haven't stayed with us on Baller League, is a run of penalty kicks where each team sends one representative, and the last man standing who doesn't have a penalty saved wins. It's worth an extra point in the table. That one comes out for a throw. Arango to Martinez, nice combination play. Arango firing off target. And once again, low with power towards the corner, just couldn't quite hit that target. Scored so many goals in his career. Palacios skying that one forward. Fortunate for him, not hitting the ceiling, forcing Reinatis to play, and now here comes the pressure, and you go and you leave a man exposed. Palacios covering well though, aggressive in the press. Taken down there on the far side was Morguillo in front of that bench. Both sets of players, both sets of coaches, giving the referee a lot to think about over there. Arango, play back to Palacios. De La Terga has to provide himself as a passing option. Has to be careful. He'll take aim. Stings the palms there of Reinatis, who could have tried to score, but elects instead to slide out. Angel watching on. Is for the win. Who will have possession after some debate. Arango with back to goal. That's an idea. Goes charging there on Sterikov. Free kick will be given. Too much in it there from Carlo Juarez. At full pace. Yeah. Going in like that, you have to go win the ball. The goalkeepers as passing options, a key part of a short-sided game. De La Terga and Reinatis have taken their opportunities to step forward. Got to be careful now. Just lifted forward from Gomez, taking no chances. We have a bump in the back there into Moby Fair. Another free kick. For the win, competing well. In the game, they're pressing high, but have to go get a goal, at least one. Nice first touch there from Sterikov. On we play. Chance here and behind, and it was a well-threaded ball into Pedro Tobias. Able to get clean purchase on the strike. Sterikov wins it back. Sterikov, another save required from De La Terga. He's given so much in these first few games, but it just won't go in for him tonight. 3 clear chances. The goalkeeper coming all the way to halfway. Martinez will chip in, but it's given away. Sterikov responding quickly. Rafa Charela has it now. His strike deflects, and De La Terga making sure to not get to the corner. Some appeals there from Charela as he went down over there on that far side. Nothing really interesting to referees. Trying to take a lenient view of the game here at Baller League. Some contact to go. Palacios, good challenge. It'll come kindly from Martinez, but the bounce unfortunate for him to get an early strike away. Nice turn there from Juarez away from the trouble. Juarez. Cross towards Martinez, who volleys in. Magnificently worked, but the offside flag is going to come up. The offside flag. This goal won't count, and the challenge flag is out already. So that goal doesn't count as it stands right now. So it's offside for the moment, and already the challenge flag is on the field. Celebrations cut short.
However, we have a player's challenge on the pitch. Let's see if the referee
For a second time in this game, an incident will be reviewed. Is this one offside or onside? A fairly straightforward one, but I have to get the camera angle just right to see it clearly. So we'll see it here. There, the ball is struck. From that angle, I think it's a good goal. So the challenge is unsuccessful, is the look at it. It's difficult from the angle that we see to really determine whether or not it's onside. So in the end, it's determined no goal. So for the win, who put together such a nice passing move to get the equalizer, they thought. We'll have to find another one. Sterikov lets it go. Fair up to the nice dummy. Fair will lift to the back post. Chested down from Manana. And Sterikov leaves it again. Fair! 3-1. Sometimes doing nothing is the right thing, and that's exactly what Eugene Sterikov did there. Twice. Letting the ball go. Creating space for his teammates, and Fair finishing with aplomb. Fired in by Moby Fair for his first goal of Baller League. Bit of wizardry there from Sterikov. Now you see him, now you don't. It's a challenge in straight away. So now for the win. Unlucky there. The ball in towards Arango, and that first time touch there is off target there from Morguillo. See the frustration in that dugout. Manana. Now we have seen Midnight Wizards employ that possession-based. Oh, that's a heavy challenge there for Juarez. Referee lets it go though. Arango, as Moby Fair stayed down. That was a crunching challenge. De la Terga. And now play will be stopped so that Fair can get some treatment here. Yeah, catches the boot there as well. Obviously, no studs there on the indoor shoes, but just a bit of heavy contact there. Sportingly put back into play by Midnight Wizards. 2 minutes to go until the game changer. Shop.ballerleague.us to get the jerseys that one of these teams are wearing. Beautiful yellows of Midnight Wizards out of play from Aran, going out for Midnight Wizards to put the ball back into play. Will be fair, adding the third goal. That gives Midnight Wizards the advantage, looking to make it 4 victories from 4. For the win, gonna have to mount an epic comeback here. Let's go out of play. The ball into Arango. Challenge is coming in, turning. Midnight Wizards just swarming the ball. It's going to be given as a free kick here to for the win. For that initial challenge here to Arango, he's going to want the room to take the strike on. There's a bit of a contest about where this one's going to be taken from. Arango could put it around the wall or over the wall. Arango hits it, deflects on its way through, and Reynades handles that one very well. Launched forward, De La Terga comes out to head it forward. Juarez, and this is when the game becomes stretched. Fair. Manana. All the way back to Reynades. Probably the smart thing to do there, given the game state. So we'll largely come down to the game changer here in the second half. Knotted down, Fair. So strike on does go out for Midnight Wizards to put the ball back into play. And it's now time for the second half game changer.
Let's take the stage higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like ever. We go higher. It's time to go higher.
And so it's one-on-one. So for those unfamiliar with Baller League, it is just one player for each team on the pitch. The goalkeeper in the defensive situation cannot use their arms. The attacking player has 15 seconds to shoot. He'll approach the center circle, and you have to take the strike on from the center circle. You can go all the way up to the edge of it, but no further, and you have to strike and find the goal in beyond the player who is standing in the goal. And again, no use of the arms there, and there is a shot clock. So 15 seconds for each team. If the player in goal does use their hands, it is given as an automatic goal. So for the win, are going to have to handle this one perfectly if they're going to get any kind of result. There are draws in Baller League. We've yet to have one, though, so far through 3 match days. But for the win, you're going to have to get this absolutely spot on, and a real chance here just to lay this one to rest here for Midnight Wizards if they get a goal here. 3 goals you think would be insurmountable even with the game changer. It'll be Rafa Charela to go first, who strikes well and always going wide. It was Juarez who went, and it's Arango who's going to go first. Here we go. He's got real power in that left boot. He's shown it throughout his career. He's going to have to be careful, though, with taking too long. Here's Arango, just gets underneath it. To bring that impact as a player who's had such a prolific career. Has played in the US, has played in Mexico and in Europe. Now, what can Midnight Wizards do here? Manana lines up his hit. Always going wide. Palacios will go next. For the win, they're going to have to get at least 2 goals here. Give themselves a chance. 15 seconds for him to shoot. Palacios, who has real power in that right boot, has to set himself up. Palacios drives, and it's right at the head of the goalkeeper, who again can't use his hands, so he uses his forehead to deal with that one. Great stuff. Still Arcangel, and for the win, struggling. Midnight Wizards trying to preserve the victory here. There's a subsequent effort, and there's the 4th goal of the game. Benjamin Zamora has all but ended this one. A 3-goal lead now for Midnight Wizards. Zamora with a brilliant hit. He had a great chance earlier to score. Couldn't quite convert, but makes it count in the game changer. And so Midnight Wizards look destined for 4 wins from 4 from Ronaldinho's team. Martinez has to go quickly, has to get this one right. Curls, and there's a response with a kiss as well at the end towards Reynades. Not much in the celebration. They've got to get on with it. Ten seconds now. Tobias. Tobias hits, sends it over.